So, your child is struggling with learning to read and you're starting to panic, and you go online and start your research and you're asking yourself, what should my child's teacher be doing? Or what should I, as the parent, be doing? What would a dyslexia therapist do? And you start seeing all of these crazy looking PH words. Phonics, you've kind of heard of that. Phonological, phonemic. And you're wondering, are those all words for the same thing? Are these different? How are they different? Do I need to know about them or understand them? Well, they all have to do with sound. That's where that PHON comes in. We think about the words like headphones or symphony. That stem means sound. In fact, when teachers are learning how to plan lessons for students having to do with phonological awareness, the mnemonic device that we're often taught is that phonological awareness can often be done completely in the dark. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a diagram that I drew. It's not anything interesting. The umbrella is like the standard analogy to talk about this, but phonological awareness is the big umbrella term that refers to all speech sounds and our awareness and sensitivity to them. We think about this like an umbrella, but we can also think about this like a funnel going sideways from very large to very small. So very large units of sound, like whole words. Do these whole words rhyme? Where are the whole words within this sentence? All the way down to the phonemic awareness, which is the individual sounds within the words. P, k, d, v. All of those individual sounds. So the individual sounds themselves, those are called phonemes. So this part of phonological awareness we refer to as phonemic awareness, but this is the smallest, most granular, sensitive part of phonological awareness. So let me show you what that's going to look like in action. First, I want you to give me 3 words that rhyme with bear.
Tear, hair, scare.
I want you to give me another word that starts with the same sound that all these words start with. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cake, king, cold.
Carrot.
So first
Okay.
repeat the sentence and then move a bear for each word.
Okay.
The rabbit has a pink nose.
The rabbit has a pink nose.
How many syllables in the word kangaroo?
3.
I want you to blend these 2 syllables together. Ready?
Okay.
Pen, soul.
Pencil.
I want you to segment, that means break apart, these syllables in the word potato.
Potato.
I want you to delete the syllable fly in the word butterfly.
Butter.
All right, now I'm going to give you 2 sounds, an onset and a rhyme, and I want you to blend them together. Ready? T, an.
Tan.
Next, I want you to blend together all of these sounds. Ready? D, t.
Dirt.
Next, I want you to break apart all of the sounds in the word step. Now I want you to say the word pass, but I want you to add the sound t to the end of it.
Past.
Now I want you to say the word band, but I want you to delete the sound b.
And.
I want you to say the word thing. Go ahead and say the word.
Thing.
Now I want you to take out the f and add in a s.
Sing.
So there you heard it. That was an example of all four levels of phonological awareness, moving from the largest to the smallest, from the least complex to the most complex, ending with phonemic awareness, which is a part of the phonological awareness. And you might be asking, what about the phonics part? Where does that fit in? Well, as we turn on the lights, because remember I said phonological awareness is something that you can do in the dark with your eyes closed. Phonics is when we turn the lights back on and we start bringing in letters to the study. So we're still thinking about those sounds. We're still being really sensitive to the way that the brain interprets speech sounds, but we are mapping those bits of information in our brain onto written language in the form of letters. So why is this important to you as the parent of a possibly struggling reader? Brain imaging of dyslexic brains has shown us that when they are processing speech sounds, doing those phonological tasks, their brains are working inefficiently. Not underworking, they're working very hard. But it's kind of like somebody taught themselves how to eat, but they only had access to a spoon. They're still going to get a lot of eating done, but it's often going to be a frustrating experience. It's going to be slow, and there's going to be some foods like a steak that are just going to seem impossible. This is where dyslexia therapy comes in, and why we don't just call it tutoring, right? Because we are literally helping to rewire the brain to work more effectively, to work faster, better, with less effort. We're basically handing your child the fork and the knife and being like, hey, try this. It gets easier. Let's get back to your role. What's your job in all of this? No, you don't have to become a phonological awareness expert in your own home and figure out when you should be doing substitution and elision tasks within phonemic awareness. That's not your job. If your child is struggling with reading, or you think your child might be off the mark from where they should be, start by talking to their teacher. They have almost certainly done phonological assessments on them and have that data ready to grab and communicate with you. So start there. Ask the teacher, how are their phonological tasks looking for their age group? Are they behind? Is there something you're doing in the classroom to help support that phonological awareness? Finally, if you decide this is looking grim, my kid is not picking this stuff up, everybody else seems to find it natural, I'm going to reach out to a dyslexia therapist. I would start very first day running an assessment on all of these phonological tasks. I would go from the very biggest, easiest, all the way to the most challenging and find out where on that spectrum your child seems to be getting stuck. And then we would make goals. Let's say your kid has rhyming, they have alliteration, they know where the word boundaries are, but when it comes to syllables, they can't quite hear the divisions there. We'll start there. And then hopefully by the next time we assess, they're starting to do some onset and rhyme and a little bit of segmenting and blending the individual phonemic sounds. And we're going to see that build over time. You need the specialized training of a dyslexia therapist to really get in there and find where those gaps are and know how to remediate them effectively, to not just drill them, but to rewire them. And that's the crux of the dyslexic reader, is that slowness and that inefficiency in the phonological processor. So we address that, and we're unlocking the thing that's going to make everything else flow more easily. I hope this was helpful. Mercury Language Therapy is here for you.